What's up guys, it's Corsi from GamingLegit. This is Doubles Arena gameplay. After this series I pulled a 1630 rating, which basically means I pulled over 20 kills per game. It's pretty good, and this video also shows a sensitivity change to me. I'm going to talk about all this stuff. Before I talk about it directly, I want to point out to a link that's in my description. And I already, in the last video I did on the critique, I pointed to you guys to a machinima video that was dual commentary between CNanders and Dead Pixel that was relating the shotgun in my video by Foxtrot to the shotgun being used by CNanders, just kind of comparing inconsistencies in the game. And I'm going to do the same thing with you guys with another inconsistency that I've talked about openly, taking some flack from the community and people, you know, but anyways, it's hitbox head registration. WoodysGamertag, tested it out in a very controlled environment, and I think after you guys watch that video and compare it to stuff that's happening on your screen and even the videos that I'm producing for you guys, you might go back and go, hey, wait a minute, now this isn't comparing evenly across the board, and that's kind of tying into the inconsistencies. So please watch that video link that I'm putting in the description for this video. It's a short video, it's very clean, very organized, and it's probably going to blow your mind when you start comparing things and start looking at stuff a little bit differently. The things I want to talk about in this video directed towards strategy is sensitivity and control setup. I switched my control sensitivity to 5. I switched it to 3, and for the reasoning that I felt that it was just playing a little bit too slow. Check out this spawn. I just killed these guys and they spawn like 20 yards down the hallway from me when this map is pretty damn big. And spawning in this game is starting to frustrate me pretty heavily, or frustrate pretty heavily too, because like many of my kills are being stacked up because of bad spawns in this game. Anyways, changing your sensitivity from 3 to 5, it's a big step because it becomes a lot twitchier, and it kind of makes sense for the style of gaming that I like to play. I like to play a lot faster. 3 is a much more controlled version of aiming. It's a lot smoother. It's going to lead up to a lot more controlled shots and probably inevitably a lot more kills on your part. But if you feel like you can handle increasing your sensitivity to 5, I mean, it's not an absolutely tremendous jump, but you'll definitely notice it. It's a lot more twitchier. Like I said, you will be missing some shots, but I feel like I can just react to a lot more situations. I can't sit there and advise to you guys what type of sensitivity you have. You just have to test it out for yourself, because everybody's a different gamer. So it's something that just sit down, practice, do trial and error between different online matchmaking games, and just see what's best fitted for you. I moved up from 3 just because of the growth I have made so far with Halo Reach, and this is kind of an early game of my 5 sensitivity, but it seems to be getting better every single time I play with 5 sensitivity and I get adjusted to it. Now for controller setups, that's also something that's personal preference, but I'm going to tell you why I use bumper jumper as my control setup. Now bumper jumper isn't aimed or geared to be like 100% proficient with the new class system that Halo Reach has implemented, more specifically for the rocket pack. I do not use the jetpack, the jetpack. It doesn't work well with my control setup with bumper jumper because it puts the class options to be able to use your special abilities on X. So if I'm jetpacking, I have to pull my finger off of the aim and hold X while I'm jetpacking, and then I have to put my finger back on my my joystick to be able to aim, and it just doesn't work well with my setup. But that's 100% okay, because I'm not a big fancier of the jetpack. It's going to be interesting to see some of the MLG setups, because I know some people use, or a lot of the MLG players use bumper jumper, and I know jetpack is going to be one of the classes that's going to be a pickup in MLG settings, so I'm curious to see how they're going to adjust to it. That sword that you saw earlier should have been a kill, by the way. I went back to theater and watched that, and you can go back and pause it on that very scene, but I just lunged at the guy and sworded him without him meleeing or anything. And it seems to happen all the time with me and the sword. I don't know what's going on, but me and the sword are not friends lately. The reason why I use bumper jumper is from experience with Halo 3 with the BR battles and a lot of the more competitive battles that you get into in the more competitive arena when you're playing people that are pretty damn good at shooting their DMR. The reason the advantage, sorry, of bumper jumper in the 1v1 situations where you get in the DMR battles is that you're able to jump and aim at the same time. Traditionally, you wouldn't be able to do that because you have to press A to jump, and that takes your finger off of the joystick. With my setup, I'm able to jump and strafe and be able to shoot you at the same time without a problem. So if I get on a 1v1 DMR battle with you, I'm going to be strafing side to side, and maybe on that 5th shot, I'm going to throw your shot off by jumping into the air, which lets me be able to pick up the win. Just being able to switch it. I think I actually did a video on the best way to BR in Halo 3. But something for you guys to try out and test. It's going to take a little bit to get used to. I've suggested it for my friends. Default controls work fine. I know a lot of MLG pros that would do just fine on default controls. Watch this headshot. Boom. Right there. You can go back and pause this YouTube video on that, and you'll be able to see the headshot that I should have been awarded there. Definitely compared to the WoodysGamertag video. Something else I want to pitch to you guys is wear your mics. Mics cost $3 on eBay. I know because I have bought a cheap Xbox Live mic because one of mine is broken before. And you can get those things for like $4 to $3 on eBay if you buy them right. So there's no excuse for you not to have a headset on. And I tell you what, the chatty preference on this game does not work. I put the chatty preference on, and I had 4 consecutive games with teammates without mics. And a teammate without mic basically means that you're not going to get as many kills, and your kill death ratio is possibly going to drop because of lack of communication. And you don't want that to be happening, especially on a Halo Reach gameplay. Why didn't my teammate shoot at that guy? He like sprinted at him for a melee. Another, you know, probably could have survived that and helped my KDR a little bit more, even though 21 and 3 or whatever I did was still pretty good. Check out these ending clips. Now, what I'm talking more specifically when it comes to spawning is spawning that causes me to die in situations that there's nothing I can do about it. It's basically the game putting someone in an advantage point over top of me that there's nothing I can do. There's no way I can determine that that person's going to spawn there, or that the game is going to spawn me in the middle of a gun battle that's already going on. And this is one of which that I just happened to record for an example for you guys, but I could come up with several of these. Now, how did this person get an assassination on me when I'm watching the only doorway to get up to me? And it completely ended my streak, and an easy argument can be made that I don't even know how long I could have gone continually without dying if that wouldn't have happened. And that's something you should argue into every competitive game that you guys play. Now, watch the top room of the sniper tower. This is the same clip, it's just zoomed out a little bit farther. One of the guys that I killed spawned directly above me. There he is, right there. And since there's no radars in this game, which I absolutely love, there's nothing I could have done or known about this guy spawning behind me. God bless, love you guys, see you in upcoming vids. Peace out.